But I threw a brick through his grandmother's window. I did.
I need to laugh. Hey y'all, it's your girl Fannita. I got a podcast. The show before the club. This is where we sit, chat, talk, and we drink. Bottoms up, bitch. Woo woo. Hey guys, it's me, your girl. Stop the applause. I know, I'm beautiful and gorgeous. It's Fannita, and we're back with another episode of Bottoms Up. Woo woo. The show before the club. This is the pregame. This is where we sit, chat, talk, and we drink. You know what I'm saying? Get raunchy, get ready to go get freak nasty at the club. We're gonna have y'all call in and get my advice on anything you want, really, because like I love y'all and I'll do anything for y'all. So I'm gonna catch y'all up on the tea about what I've been doing. So this weekend, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little down bad. I was lonely and I wanted my body to be touched. I wanted to be caressed. So I hopped on the 1010, you know what I'm saying? Old reliable, Mr. Tinder. I mean, men are walking red flags, but I noticed some extreme red flags while I was on that app. And you know, every time I get on that app, it reminds me of why I usually stay off of it. So I seen like a couple of red flags, and that's what we're going to talk about in this episode, red flags in general. But a couple red flags that I seen were, I don't like men who only post group photos. What are you trying to hide? And who are you? Who the hell are you? Which one are you? Are you the one in the baseball cap, the white button down, or the overalls? I mean, I applaud you for keeping the same friend group, but you have 5 group pictures with the exact same boys in all of the pictures. That's not crazy to you? Also, let's stop putting children on dating apps. I don't care if they're your niece, nephew, cousin, or dog. Like, stop putting newborn babies on your dating app profiles. You have a picture of your 4-year-old nephew and your bio says, I'm DTF. Does that make a lot of sense? I don't think so. Leave that boy out of this. Leave that boy out of this. So now that we've talked about me, and I love talking about myself, and I probably could do this for like another hour. Unfortunately, I'm gonna introduce my guest, Jan. It was supposed to be Noah Beck, but Bae called me literally right before this and was like, babe, I can't make it because I'm like gonna go play soccer really quick in his new gender neutral underwear. And I was like, okay, cool. So he said he'll be here next week. As his replacement, I have my very good friend, comedian. You know him as the principal in the school with the keys and the wig. He's great at skits. He's hilarious and funny. TonyTV.
I'm so excited to be here. Y'all know this is like my first ever podcast, right? And of course, why would I not do my first live podcast with my girl Fannita?
The baddest.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? And look at this pink, first of all.
Like, is it not giving? Like, y'all know this is giving. Like, y'all like my set. First of all, we didn't talk about it. This is gorgeous, is it not?
Isn't it?
It's beautiful.
We didn't even plan this out because I'm neutral today.
Yeah, he's neutral. And like, I'm so glad that he was neutral because if he wasn't, he'd get kicked off the set.
I'm so excited to be on your podcast. Like,
I'm so happy to have you.
I want to cry. Like, I'm very sensitive. I'm a sensitive bitch.
As you should be.
So I'm about to
I'm not gonna lie, being on my podcast is kind of an honor and everybody should like suck my toes.
I don't know about sucking toes, but I'm
You've sucked
excited.
a lot worse. Gagged you. Gagged him. Gagged him.
But I'm just really excited to be here.
So tell me, you be on the dating apps?
So I was against dating apps for a while, and then I lost a bet this past weekend, and I had to get on Tinder.
You catch anything? Get any bites?
I got 48 likes.
Okay, that's kind of good for these. Just hopping on there.
You think so?
Yeah. What was the red flags you seen on there?
So many. First of all, where are all the black people?
That is a red flag in LA. Like, you don't really, unless you want to download that ghetto ass BOK app.
I might have to. But no.
Have you ever been on BOK though?
No.
BOK is actually like ghetto as hell. It's like so ratchet.
Is it? That's my type of party.
Ew.
That's my type of party. I love good ratchet party.
Okay, so what's the red flags that you see?
So the red flags for me on Tinder that I seen, too many people in their draws. And thongs, by the way. And it's just Speedos. I mean, I don't want to see all that. Not right now.
I feel like that's like WeHo. I feel like WeHo requirements for like going out is a Speedo, thong, and glitter, and maybe a pasty on the nipple. That's
exactly what I saw. That's exactly what I saw.
Maybe a gloss on the lip, but it's definitely gonna be a G-string thong with their little little buckles around the chest, and then that's it.
That right there lets me know what you're trying to do, and I'm not interested in that. I'm actually I'm in the phase of my life now where
settle down?
I want to settle down a little bit, have a little fun, but also settle down. I had a lot of fun in my previous years, God knows, but
I want to do tell.
You know, I was a wild child before 25.
What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Ooh. I think the freakiest thing I've ever done was have a foursome.
Were you like bottom or top? Or Were you both? Were you verse?
I was probably both.
You was versing? You was versing? Okay.
I was versing.
Big Top Tony. You heard it here live.
It was in college, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, when you go to college, literally everyone told me when you go to college, just do all the wild, freaky, crazy shit that you can ever imagine.
You should. I feel like college is the perfect time to be like the wildest, freakiest person you can be, because like nobody's gonna remember, and also nobody cares.
Exactly.
Oh, we've steered. Anyway, what do you say are your top 3 like red flags? Like if you meet a guy and like he has any of these red flags, it's like, oh no, I'm staying away from you. Like immediate.
Number 1 is possessive. I don't like men to be possessive because I like to be me. I'm free. I'm a Cancer. I'm a free spirit. I like to do what I want to do and have fun. So once I start getting that vibe that you might be a little bit possessive, it kind of turns me off. My second red flag is like you can't hold a conversation.
I hate that because I feel like I'm a talkative person, and I always feel like I have to carry, and like also like, I'm gonna say this, I don't think men are as funny as women. I said it. Straight men specifically though. Like I don't think straight men are as funny as women. So anytime I talk to like a straight man, like I'm carrying the conversation like on my back. And also I think like intelligence and like, I think intelligence is sexy. I think when you're smart and you like can hold a conversation and you know a bunch of like stuff about a bunch of different things, like that's hot, and that tickles my cooter cat.
Yeah, like for me, I'm socially awkward. Like,
I agree.
and I've never and I've never been on a date before. But I've talked to really? Girl, I thought you've been on. Like, I thought you would have been on plenty of dates out here in LA.
Oh my God, they don't. Anyways, we'll move on.
Okay. But like, so like I talk about crazy things, but I need you to piggyback off of that with me so that way we can vibe and keep the conversation going, because either we're going to sit at this table and not say shit to each other or we're just going to continue to talk. And 9 times out of 10, holding a conversation with some people can just be so... Sometimes
it's like irritating, and like sometimes like it feels like a fucking task.
Yeah.
Like you're like, and then also I hate those conversations where you feel like you're like pulling teeth, and it's like you have to act like we're playing 21 questions practically, like because like you can't conversate. Like I have to like keep asking you something, keep asking you something, keep asking you something, and it's like, damn, say something, open your mouth.
Yeah.
Like please.
Why do I have to keep asking the questions? Why? And then another thing that pisses me off is like short answers.
I hate short answers too. Like, because I'm a very like animated person. Yeah. Like, I'm super animated when I talk. I'm animated in text, like on a call. I hate a short texter because like if you just hate me, say that.
Exactly.
Like, if you and just hate me, say that.
If you send me like 2 words, if I'm sending you at least a sentence and you send me 2 words back, then I'm stopping the conversation right there.
You know what else pisses me off? Let's say like you were having like a discussion or like an argument, you send like a long paragraph and they respond back to like one thing in the whole thing.
Listen, that right there is gonna make me go crazy.
Like I had that happen to me like 2 weekends ago. I sent like this long, very detailed, very concise, like argumentative text message, and then they said they just responded back to like one single thing because of one particular word. And when I told you, like that sent me into like a blind fury. Like I was actually like pissed. But I want to talk about my red flags. I think I think a red flag is when you're talking to a boy and then like you tell him like what you do or whatever, and he's like, okay, big money.
Oh God, I hate that. Oh my gosh, because big money, where you realize that I make content. Yeah. And I'm not an OnlyFans content creator because like, they make money. I am a social media content creator.
Would you ever do OnlyFans?
Hell no.
This might get a little dicey, but I feel like I would never do OnlyFans because like society is becoming like more and more like sexually like liberated, but it's just like not quite there yet. And I feel like once you start popping that pussy and showing them balls, you're not that workable with, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I feel like Nike's not gonna ask like Alexis Texas to be in a campaign. No. You know?
No. Now, mind you, I don't knock sex workers at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get it how you live. If I mean, clearly y'all probably got more money than I am.
Yeah, I mean, y'all pockets are probably fatter than mine.
For me, I'm just not with. I can't like. Like my kids and my nephew and my mom are gonna have to see me popping that pussy wide open on OnlyFans.
Yeah, for $4.99 a month.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I'm just not, no.
For a whopping Abe Lincoln, you can see Tony pop that bussy on his OnlyFans. I couldn't do it either. And then also I'm camera shy. Like,
yeah.
Like, and then also it's like, can you imagine like being at like and we go to like a lot of influencer parties, right? Like going to like a premiere or something and being like, oh, like I love like your dick size.
Yeah. No, that's funny that you mentioned that, because I went to an influencer party and there was somebody there who actually had an OnlyFans, and we talked for a little bit, and I was like, this guy looks familiar, and I was like, I can't think about where I know him from. And then I got on Twitter. He gave me, like, we followed each other.
And you was showing that
Twitter,
big schlong, big slope.
I said, oh my God. I said, wow.
That schlong gagged you.
He definitely popped up on my Twitter feed quite some time ago. Now I know who this man is. Gotcha.
That's actually hilarious.
I was like, what are you doing here?
I want y'all to know something. I love sex workers. So don't get it twisted. I love sex workers. I love sluts and I love whores. And trust me, I do be dabbling on y'all Twitters. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it, but keep doing it for me. All right.
I have to do it on my. I don't want to say this because I don't want everybody.
Your burner
to think,
account.
My burner account. I never. The HeyTonyTV Twitter is so clean. I was
yeah,
like, I can't,
it's clean.
It's got to stay clean.
You be watching. You be watching Twitter porn?
I do. It's so much more interesting.
It's
than
good.
Like
it's good stuff.
Regular porn.
Yeah, it's way better. It's way better than anything like on the sites. Like Twitter is actually like green lighted for. I think they get like the gold medal, like Grammy award winning for best porn.
It's like, and now Twitter is that platform where like if you even like put your foot in the water, everyone's commenting Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. You got a Twitter.
I remember. I posted like a thirst trap on TikTok, or whatever, and then somebody's like, Fannita, what's your Twitter? Like, first of all, what the
like, I'm not posting anything crazy on my Twitter.
Exactly. Then second of all, get your freak ass out of my comments.
Exactly.
Get your freaky ass out of here. Y'all always want to see somebody naked, but like, I don't know. I feel like, okay, what's your price? Let's say I offered you $1 million cash untaxed in a briefcase and said, Tony, I want you to do this gangbang bukkake on OnlyFans. Everybody sees it. Everybody will know that you did it. And they all are gonna like do nasty things to you. Would you take the money? I feel like everybody has a price.
How much?
$1 million cash.
$1 million?
Yeah.
If you bump it up to like $4 million.
Tony, you think you're worth $4 million?
I do. I really
You're not worth a dime.
You want me, listen, if you want me on that OnlyFans doing whatever you need me to do, that's
okay. Let's say it's not OnlyFans. Let's say it's just like gonna be like a viral video of you like just getting railed.
Ooh.
For $1 million untaxed cash. Big blue hundreds.
I'm torn between just saying it and doing it, and then like.
But here's the thing though. Listen, like it's the internet though. So like your porn will be like, they'll have another porn video in like a week.
Right.
And you have $1 million. So it's like, okay, people see me, but like I got $1 million off of it. So like, who cares, you know?
You're right.
So I feel like, you see what happened to me. You see how quickly the dust settles. So it's like, I feel like you should take the money. People will always be like, oh, you like, your shit got leaked, but like your shit got leaked and you're like in a Benz now. So it's like,
now I got $1 million. I mean, if I decided to do it, I would take that $1 million and I would flip the shit out of it. A lot of people get $1 million and they spend it. I'm trying to flip it.
Yeah.
You know, like a certain person who's like a billionaire now has done with her sex tape.
Yes, I feel like Kimberly is an anomaly, and
you gotta respect her.
You gotta respect her. Like, I feel like everybody can say what they want about the Kardashians. Kimberly built an empire by sucking a little cock. She built it brick by brick. If Kimberly had not, had jungle fever that one lonely day and press record, like think about where they would be. They would like literally Kimberly put her whole family on the map. Now her whole family, they're millionaires and billionaires. Like, you gotta give Kimberly.
They're straight for life.
Yeah. You gotta give her props, bro. I'm so sorry. Like, you can hate her, you can love her, you can whatever, but she ate that. And Chris, of course, for like pimping out her young daughters, but you gotta do what you gotta do for a check.
I mean, hey, like they say, the devil works hard, but that Kris Jenner,
she works harder.
She works harder, okay?
Like, literally. You gotta give credit where it's due. I personally wouldn't.
So you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't take the money. Okay. Why? Why wouldn't you take the money?
I'd have to bump it up a little bit because I feel like realistically, because I feel like I'm just like destined to greatness. I feel like I could make $1 million in my lifetime without having to like pop pussy on like camera. So I feel like I could make $1 million, but if it was like 5 to 10, oh yeah, 100%, no questions asked.
I said if they bump it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and I said you're not worth that.
You're right, because I don't know how to do. You know what? The crazy thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since we're on this topic, I have never sent a nude before. No, I've never sent a nude.
That's so like, have you ever like, okay, I'm sorry, now I got to get a tea. My ears are perked. So have you ever like been sexting with a person that was sending you nudes and then they wanted you to send something back? Like, how did you get out of like not sending any?
Just not responding. Just not responding. I mean,
so like you would open their little Peter Pecker pics and then you just leave them all open and just.
I mean, I always knew that I was gonna like step into the entertainment industry at some point.
And you didn't, yeah. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna do that because I was sending news left and right when I was in college.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? I would send pictures of everything but like my coochie.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I would send like, but the thing is, only news I really sent, or well, I sent like an ass pic and I sent my titties, but I never like. One time I did send a picture of my butthole.
I mean.
It was like I was talking to this like really freaky guy and he was like, I want to see your butthole. And so like I set up the camera and like I took a picture of my butthole.
Oh my gosh.
Booty hole wipe down. Wait.
I always wondered, like, I mean, clearly they do, but like, do they set the camera up and just like angle it straight? Yeah,
I mean, I had to. Like, there's no way I can take a butthole picture with like just one hand because I had to like spread the cheeks and like make sure you can like really see I still have the picture. Oh. I can show you after we like get done recording.
No, thank you.
Okay.
But that's very.
Sometimes you should live on the edge.
I want to try at least.
I feel like, but no, now that you have like hella clout and you're like successful, I would not recommend sending a nude.
No.
I haven't sent a nude in like 2.5 years. Like nudes just don't do it for me.
Me either. We all blow up as creators and all of a sudden we got to switch the route of who we are and how we do things. But like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I miss the days when I was just that spontaneous kid doing whatever the hell I wanted to do.
Yeah, I feel like now they're like invisible eyes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And like you can't really like, cause like when I was in college, I used to get buck fucking wild. Like I'd be in the club all night, 4 hours. I would take my shirt off, like on some like Gibby shit from iCarly. Like I'd like take my shirt off. I'd be drunk as hell, getting like $3. I had this club back in my hometown where they sold alcohol. Like they had a whole bar and they sold alcohol to like underage kids. Like, cause none of us were.
They all.
Like, and we were always wondering like, how the hell is this club open? And how is it like? But people were like rumored that like it was like ran by the cartel and the police just didn't care. But like we were all like 18, 19, 20. Ordering like blue mother effers, you know what I'm saying, and like taking shots, and then they had like $2 Jello shots, and all the music would play. I could like dance all night, get home super sweaty, weave matted. But those were the times of my life. You know, you have the most fun when you have no money.
No money
when
at
you're
all.
broke, it's like
I got $20 in my pocket. What's that Neo song? I know my rent was gonna be late about a week ago.
Yeah,
but that's okay because that's $20. I'm gonna take it to the club, get these shots that's like bottom shelf, maybe like $1 and some change.
Exactly. They're like literally $2 Jello shots. Like I never had any more fun than when I was broke as hell. Like when I didn't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah.
Like if I could make $5 stretch back in college.
Girl, you made $5 stretch. I could make $2 stretch. Okay, when I tell you
$2 is crazy.
And I was a server back in the day. So it was like I was getting the money and I should have been saving the money. But because I was so young and dumb and ready to. And
then also when you're a server, you get the cash in hand at night. I'm blowing it.
I have never seen that much money at that young age. I had never saw that much money in my life just handed to me.
I had like four serving jobs, and I went with serving on my worst enemy. I hated being a server.
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved it.
You look like, I feel like your personality, you would be a great server.
I was amazing. I was probably one of the top servers at the restaurants that I worked at. But because I just had that nice personality, and like whenever thing went wrong, like I still kept a smile on my face, even though I wanted to cuss some of these people the hell out. Like I just enjoyed serving. It was such a fun experience. I learned a lot, and a lot that I've learned from serving, I bring with me into the industry. It's like, okay, this is just like serving. I get it.
It really, like the people part aspect of it. But I remember my first day being a server, I literally like had a panic attack in the back room.
Oh, I was shit.
Yeah, because I was at the Macaroni Grill. That was my first serving job, and we were like short staffed. So she like I'm talking about the next. I didn't even get a training day. Like the next day I came, like from the day I went to my interview, she scheduled me for a shift the next day, and I came in the next day and served. Never served a day in my life. I swiped the wrong card for the wrong table, and like the lady, I like had to tell her that like I swiped her card on the wrong table, but it like had immediately gotten voided, and like the money was already getting put back on her card. But she like started screaming at me in the middle of the restaurant. And she's like, "How could you run my card? You're so stupid!" And like just beat me up. And then mind you, it's packed, so everybody's like hearing her like talk to me like I'm a dog.
Around like, what's happening back there?
And then also like one thing that's always pissed me off about being a server, people who go out to eat act like they're going to like their house in the Hamptons and like I'm a butler. Like they get so entitled. Like this is Olive Garden. Why are you acting like we're at STK? Like they want you to wait on them like hand and foot. And then I used to work at Topgolf too. Topgolf was like a cool job though. Topgolf was easy.
I can imagine it. It seems like it would be fun because people are just coming there just to golf, just to drink.
Yeah, it's like Topgolf was not as stressful because like when you're a bay host, you really don't have to do anything. And then it's also like people just coming to get drunk and golf. So it's like that's like nah. But like I don't know. Like I hated serving. Like because your feet hurt. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot more work than people like want to admit. Like you have to be on your feet for 7-8 hours, close, like run around, carry plates, get like hot shit spilled on you. You know, like all that other stuff. And I just hated it. Like
Christmas season is absolute hell.
And also F all the people that go to restaurants on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like you're actually evil.
Oh my God.
Like you're actually an evil human being. I remember one time I was like serving on Thanksgiving and she was like, I can't believe that they have y'all working on Thanksgiving. And I was like,
can't believe that you're here on Thanksgiving.
I can't believe that you're eating on Thanksgiving.
You don't know how to cook?
That's what I'm saying. You couldn't DoorDash a turkey? Like, girl, get out my face before you piss me off for real.
That and like why are even restaurants and shit open on Thanksgiving and Christmas? Like
also I feel like if you're a corporation that's open on Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're also just as equally evil. Because that's actually crazy. Why?
They don't care about you. That's how I feel. I
think that's a big tell. If your job makes you work on Christmas and Thanksgiving, they actually hate you and you're nothing but a number.
I remember I worked at a bowling alley and we had to every year we had to make the decision to you either worked on Christmas or Thanksgiving. You couldn't have both off. And I was like, you got me up. Like, I'm not working either.
And then everybody was trying to pick Thanksgiving so they could have Christmas. It's like nope, you're too slow.
Nope. I was like,
it looks like it's gonna be Christmas.
I would not show. No call, no show.
I remember one time I think I was like scheduled to work on Christmas. That's when I quit my job. I just didn't show up that day. And I was like, I'm not working on Christmas. Like you evil like person.
Like what are you gonna do? Fire me? Boom.
And then also you hear the weirdest shit like in the back of the house. Like I remember one time back at that ghetto ass macaroni grill job, my like manager, she just like started telling us like one day in the back of the house, she's like, yeah, I eat the out of my boyfriend ass. Like he love when I eat his ass. Like
oh my God.
And it was completely unprovoked and completely random.
Restaurant conversations are very unhinged.
They're super unhinged.
They're unhinged. And I've learned that because I've worked at plenty of no matter if you're a new server or an experienced server, the conversations just are so unhinged. Like I've heard many conversations where I shouldn't have been. I just oh my gosh, like.
And then don't forget like the creepy ass men that like work that cook, because like they'll like sometimes the cooks will act like you like I don't know, it's like Pretty Woman, like oh, you want that hot plate of noodles right now? Well, what are you gonna do for me? Please,
we're working.
I was supposed to put this order in 20 minutes ago. Please stop trying to extort me for a plate of noodles.
Like, oh, you want a ribeye? Well, what are you gonna do for this ribeye?
Yeah, are you gonna rub this ribeye?
Are you gonna throw some season on it?
Are you gonna spit on it? Are you gonna cover it in A1 for me?
It's just so gross. Like I couldn't. I'm so glad to.
Yeah, I'm so glad that my past is behind me, and I no longer have to stoop down to that level for money.
Never again.
Because you pretty much like have to grovel for tips,
and you have to be polite.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna take away the fact that I had an amazing time as a server. It's just the work, the having to deal with people all day, every day in your face. Sometimes they can be really nice. Sometimes they can be a bitch for no reason. As soon as they sit down, they just want to be a bitch.
Yeah.
And you have to continue to smile through their bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that I don't have to do that anymore.
No, we are past that. So, Tony, I want to hop into our next segment called Are You a Menace? And I want to know stuff that you've done that you're like, oh, I was actually mad foul for doing this.
Okay.
Something bad that you've done to somebody or some drama you were involved in that you started that happened to be your fault.
Okay, so when I was 23, I was dealing with this guy, on the low, and like not a relationship.
When did you come out?
Maybe 3 years ago, I want to say.
This is recent.
It's very recent. I mean, like, if you couldn't see through the glass door, I don't know what to tell you, but like to just let everybody know, like, look, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. You either take it or you leave it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not changing.
Happy Pride, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's been one hell of a pride. But So I was dealing with this guy when I was 23, and
y'all both DL.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Cancer. He is a Taurus. Now, mind you, Taurus,
I don't know what that has to do with any thing, but go ahead.
Okay, so Taurus and Cancers, we butt heads a lot.
So you really believe in that astrology shit?
I do, because dealing with certain people and their
I will say
signs
certain people, they do ring true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, go
yes,
ahead.
There were just certain things. At first, it was great, and like we were in a little situationship. It wasn't anything serious, but like then it started to feel like I started falling in love.
Tony.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really do like this guy. But he wasn't trying to. Of course, when you're in a deal, it's like, look, I like being around you, but I ain't trying to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my thing. Mm-hmm. And like, I had to listen to that over and over again. But something in my heart was just like, at some point, I could change him.
Yeah.
this could be a very happy deal relationship. And you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm going to foreshadow. Tony didn't indeed change him. And also, ladies, if you ever think that you can change him, 9 times out of 10, you can't. You can't. Just let it go. Mm-mm. Okay, go ahead.
But I was holding on to hope. Mm-hmm. And then, like, there was just certain things that he would do. Like, I would go through his phone. Like, he would come over, spend the night. I would go through his phone and be like, who the f*** is this? Like,
would you mean like this? You're like silk robe in the chair, like turn the lamp on?
Like, why?
Who is this, Deontay?
Why are you over my house and you're getting Grindr notifications? What are you like? What are you planning on doing? And so it just got to the point where like I started to realize
were invested.
I was invested, and I started to get a little crazy. But he also had
how crazy?
Okay, so we got into an argument, and he punched a hole in my wall. This is when I just got my first new apartment. I was so excited.
Oh my God.
Ended up punching a hole in my wall. So I said, okay, bet, that's cool. So at the time, he was staying with his grandmother.
Okay. Ew, he didn't have his own place?
No, he did not.
Yep.
Most of the time, if they're on the low, they never have their own place.
Yeah, they never have their own place or own
car. Or gas money.
or food money.
Nothing. You just gotta be their support system because
they're hobosexuals.
Absolutely. But so I was like, you're gonna punch a hole in my wall? Okay. So I decided to he was staying with his grandma, and at the time his grandmother wasn't home and he wasn't home either. Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is for punching that big ass hole in my wall, because now I'm not going to get my security. And for the Grindr notifications. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Because I want my security deposit back. Now I'm not getting it back.
Oh yeah, you were not. You weren't going to get that deposit back regardless.
Yeah.
Apartments be stealing our deposits. We got to do something about that.
They do. But I threw a brick through his grandmother's window. I did.
Did you like wrap a note around it like, this is from Tony, bitch? Like,
no, I just threw it and then I drove.
Why'd you do it like grandma house for real, Tony?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, grandma.
I need to laugh.
Sorry to that grandmother, because she was probably so confused as to why.
She has shit to do with that.
She has nothing to do with anything of that situation. But yours, I mean, at the end of the day, he was staying there.
Can you imagine Granny gets home from like shopping and like she probably gave her PTSD. She probably thought she was back in like the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Walked into a brick.
A brick through the window. And that's when I knew I was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
Tony, I'm not gonna lie. That's
and it gets worse from there. I mean,
keep going, please.
He knew it was me. Okay, of course he knew it was me. I'm pretty sure he knew it was me. So we got into another argument. Now, mind you, this is when I'm getting ready to... So
after he knew you threw a brick in his grandma's house, he still was with you?
Yeah.
Y'all was both crazy. Okay, go ahead.
We were. I like a little toxicity in my relationships.
Okay.
Not a lot. Just enough.
I don't. I want somebody who's emotionally mature and that's stable.
I do too, but a little toxicity can be fun. You know what I'm saying? But no, so we got into another argument about that situation, and he kind of held on to it. There was a lot that was going on that night. I was really irritated, and this was literally the night before I moved into my brother's apartment. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, my job had closed, and I was moving out of my apartment. I didn't have any money. So I was like, you know what? This man has ran me dry. Like,
yeah,
helping him out.
You're at your wit's end.
Giving him gas money.
Oh, so you was tricking.
No, I wouldn't say tricking. I wanted to change him. I really wanted this to work out. Like most people in the DL relationship.
He was trying to turn a hoe into a house husband.
I was. And so I was like, you know what? He's not answering my calls. I think he blocked my number. So I said, I'm going to do something even worse. So everything...
Worse than the brick?
Yep. When I packed up all my stuff, I had went to my best friend's wedding, and then I came back. That night was my last night in that apartment. I drove back over to his grandmother's house where his car was parked.
Leave his grandma alone.
No, I didn't do anything to her or her house.
Leave her property alone.
But I I slashed 3 out of 4 tires.
Because they can't get the insurance.
Exactly.
Oh, you're so smart.
Exactly.
Back me up. Yep, that's how you gotta do it, ladies.
3 out of 4 of them.
3 out of 4. You can't do all 4.
And then I was going to throw a brick through like the back window. I didn't feel like I had enough time because the car was coming. So then I had to get in my car and drive off. And then the next morning I turned in my keys and left. Okay. So if he was going to retaliate,
you was gonna be gone already.
I was gonna be gone. So
Tony,
I was toxic. I'm not gonna lie.
You were definitely a menace to society. I don't even think any story I tell could top that.
Really? But like, no. So I was at the time. I'm a Cancer, and so like when you play with my emotions,
here we go. Like, no, I'm seriously. A psychopath, but it's only because I'm an Aries.
No, seriously, no. Like when you play with my emotions, you suffer the consequences. Now I've kind of toned it down a little bit. I'm like, I'm mature. I'm gonna handle this the adult situation. But at that time, I was like, you get me, I get you back, and I'm gonna make sure you know that I got you back.
I've never done anything to that caliber of crazy. I just feel like that caliber of crazy is like a little too much for me.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm very lazy, and like having to drive to somebody's house, pick up a brick, throw it through grandma's window just seems like a lot of work that I don't want to participate in. So Tony, this leads me into my next segment. It's called Fannita's Fan Fiction. Ooh. This is where my fans can call in on my phone line and ask our advice on any crazy, sexy, raunchy, freaky things that they want to know our opinions about.
Ooh.
Hi, Fannita. I was just wondering if you've been to any sex clubs in LA and what the sex scene is like in LA. I really enjoy watching you, and good luck to you and your show. Bye.
Have you?
Love that. Can you just let me put the phone down? Damn, you're horny as hell. Let me put the phone down, Tony.
I'm so intrigued.
Okay. So anyway, first of all, thank you, baby, for calling on the line. But I want to say I haven't been to a sex party in LA, but I'm trying to find one. I want to go to an orgy, but I don't want to participate in it. I want to just like watch.
You want to just watch?
I want to watch my first time. Like if there's like sex, I feel like, I don't know how attractive you're going to be if you're going to an orgy, but I feel like hot people go to orgies. But so like, okay, let's say I find an orgy and I go. If the people are hot, the next time I come, I would participate in it. Okay. But the first time I just kind of like want to watch and see what's cooking, and then like, you know, and then the next time I go, like let somebody eat my butt or something. The sex scene in LA, I don't really know. I haven't had like that much sex since I moved to LA. I've had like an average amount.
I haven't had any.
Since when? Since you been here or in general?
In general.
What you mean? What's the last time?
Ooh. In 2022.
Tony, you need to get the Swift. Do you have a Swiffer sweeper on set? You need to dust the cobwebs off that cock. Like you have, I feel like it's like the Castle of Transylvania in your pants.
Oh my God. Oh, let me cross my legs.
That's like 2022.
I've just been so wrapped up in like trying to be successful, and then like nobody ever
that wrapped up.
Nobody ever hits on me. You know, I don't have like my DMs aren't crazy. They're just a bunch of fans telling me how much they love me, and they're dry as shit. So
yeah. Like, you guys tell me that you love me. Where's the dick at?
I love my fans. No. I love when I get to see my fans interact.
You're so real. No, you were so real for saying that, Tony. Stop DMing him about love.
That's just,
where's the and balls?
Honestly,
that's what he cares about. He doesn't care about if you love his skits. Okay, you're so real, Tony.
But I just, no one ever hits me up, and I'm scared to go after people. So
I would be too, because I don't know, it's been a lot of stuff going around here lately.
Yeah.
All right, we got our next caller on the line. Hello.
Hey, love. I had a quick question for you. I wanted to know, what was the worst body you had and why? I love you so much. Have a great day, honey.
I love you too, baby. Thank you for calling in. The worst body I ever had was actually the day that I lost my virginity. It was actually horrific.
Really?
It was, so basically, when you're in high school, I lost my virginity when I was 20. That's why I'm saying this. But when you're in high school, you think like, oh my God, when I go to college, I'm going to like bump into this guy. I'm going to drop my books and he's going to pick them up for me. And then we're going to like have like a whirlwind romance of college. That did not happen for me. It was actually quite the opposite. I was just like giving a lot of head. They called me the head doctor back in the day. I liked him. I was a munch back there. Cause I was like, I'm going to do this instead of like letting them inside me. Cause this is better than gobbler? I was a glizzy goblin. So like, I thought that was like better than just like letting a bunch of of boys like have sex with me, I'm like, if I just suck it, that's better. So like I just did that for like a long time. Anyways, so one day I was just like, I want to lose my virginity. Like I just like wanted to have sex. Like I just really didn't care about like doing it with somebody that like I cared about or anything. Like I just wanted to get it over with. So I like had hit this boy up that I was like had been talking to or whatever and like flirting with. And I think we had like hooked up like once before, and like he was super sexy, but dun dun dun, his penis was maybe the small of my pinky without the acrylic. It was teeny tiny. And then when he was on top of me, he was sweating profusely, like dripping sweat. And then he also couldn't find my vagina. So then he was just like fake putting it places. And I'm like, hey, it's literally not in. So like technically I don't even count that as a day that I lost my virginity because I literally didn't feel a thing. But yeah, that was actually horrific. It was so bad.
That's gotta be.
What about you?
College athletes are just so fine.
They are so fine, but they're like the worst.
They're the worst. So I linked up with the college athlete that I was like, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never knew if he was or if he wasn't, but we would talk. And then like at some point you kind of understand like the way you're texting me is not how you should be texting like a dude that you're cool with, like with all these emojis and stuff. And so finally like I went to his dorm and then I realized that he on the low, of course. And that was like the first time we did it and it was awful. It was really sad.
Yeah.
And not only because
he was fine. I know that actually probably ripped your heart out.
I blocked.
Yeah.
I didn't speak to him ever again.
Okay, we have time for one more fan fiction. Hello.
Hi, Fannita. Oh my god. My name is Jenny. I am 20 years old, turning 21. I was wondering if you have any tips on staying focused and not trying to be delusional over one person after only talking to them for 1 week. This guy is like my other half.
The laugh.
She knows she crazy. Thank you, baby, for calling in. She's just like me, delusional as all fuck. Girl. Like she is delusional as hell. Babe, listen. If y'all already had y'all first date and he's leaving you on red, I don't want to be the one to break this news to you. So Tony can do it. You
should find someone else because he does not want you.
You gotta look on the other side for another guy that responds to your messages, cause you deserve the world.
And he don't want you no more.
He don't want you no more. So you need to block his number and move on. You gotta block his number and move on.
You gotta block his number, download Tinder again, and search for somebody
and maybe
different.
Hinge and Bumble while you're at it, and move on.
And by the sound of that laugh, I can tell you're a little crazy.
Yeah, you're a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I love you though. Thank you for calling in, my love. Now it's time for my absolute favorite segment.
Oh, God.
How big is it? Woo! Bring out my tray of vegetables. So for the people that are listening in front of me, I have a tray of an eggplant, a very large and girthy cucumber, a squash, and a banana. And I'm going to explain what this segment is. And I came up with this segment, and I think it's a great idea, and I'm so happy they let me do this. I'm going to pick what I think you are closest to, Tony.
Okay.
And then you're going to pick what's actually accurate.
Okay.
And then I'm going to call you a liar.
Got it.
So I'm going to go first. Let me get a good look at you. Okay. I'm gonna go the banana, not the tray. Okay. I'll hold it. No, I'll hold it.
Okay, so you want me to choose? Okay.
Oh, my pillow dropped.
All right.
I'm already getting too excited.
I'm also gonna go with the banana.
Look at me. I have a knack. I have a talent. I'm so talented.
I'm not like Slong Mike Johnson or nothing like that. Like
you're not Shaquille O'Neal.
No, it's a pretty good.
Now tell me out of these veggies, which one do you prefer that your man have?
Definitely not this one because it's way too big. I'm going to choose this one.
I agree with you. He picked a yellow squash. I think it's an average size squash. I don't eat veggies, so I don't really know.
I like average. I don't like huge. Huge
I think
hurts.
My personal opinion, I think 7 inches is perfect. I think 6.5 to 7 is perfect. I would even go as far as to say the banana is also a great choice as well.
I agree. Anything beyond that, absolutely not. I don't see how people can take things like this. Like this.
You have like an infinity coochie or an infinity bussy. If you can
you got to.
If you could get this fat cucumber, like I don't want to be around you. Like you too grown. The banana and the squash are husband. The cucumber and the eggplant are just people that you never want to see again in your life.
Ever.
Because like that couldn't be fun. Tony, this has been such a fantastic episode. I've had so much fun having you here. Tell me what you got going on. Any new projects, anything planned?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will be in New York on the 22nd for Pride. I'm hosting Raleigh Pride. I have a movie coming out on the 21st. It's called Hands of Hell. It's a horror movie. And I just finished filming a TV show. I can't say too much on it, but I just want to say thank you to Nakia and Kiki Palmer. Love y'all.
And then where can they find you, Tony?
Twitter, the HeyTonyTV. Somebody stole my other name, so I can't have my regular
They
HeyTonyTV.
did that on purpose.
They did. Instagram and TikTok at HeyTonyTV. And YouTube, HeyTonyTV, but YouTube is hard to use, so...
And this has been another episode of Bottoms Up with Fannita, your favorite host of all time and the greatest podcast of all time as well. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Fannita, and you can find this show every Tuesday on the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.